Hi everyone, welcome back to I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a fun KFC official visual novel game. I finally have a moment to record. I'm trying this out, trying to record more during the day, now that my dog's getting more used to it, you know. Yeah, let's jump into this. Last time we fought a monster. We fought a monster and it was insane. Something tells me it didn't save, so we might have to do it again, but let's find out. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and a little more spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Oh, by the way, this is going to be a longer one so that we can catch up on the game. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills, you know? I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Testing them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Blue? Oh god, this just feels weird. There's something I need to tell you. This game is silly. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since I've been working towards that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts. That our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Jeez, he's so artsy. Hey, you, shut up. I'm the one here supposed to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally just killed a guy? Yeah, he just killed someone. You can't prove that. I also saw that guy. You kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Oh my god. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! The Spork Master's here to fight! Wow. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me just as I was letting my guard down and connecting with another chef on the emotional level. Be very afraid of me, because I am a monster, see? If he's rhyming on purpose, is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I'm gonna attack, dude! You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! Okay, 1 damage, right? It just got real! That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I'm attacking again! How dare he! You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love! Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I will attack! You decide to go on the attack again. Which attack will you use? Cook with love! At this rate, the semester will be probably over before this fight is. Spork Monster's no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Ulti Tensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. So even if you defend, you take 2 damage? Alright. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Let's attack again. You decide to attack again. Again! Cook with love! Spork Monster's oozing cheese sauce on top of the lawn in the squad. I wonder who's gonna have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge! Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Oh boy, Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Let's spare him. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul and deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this. I probably won't be back like you said. The spork monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to be the first of a cookbook, but upon closer... It appears to be at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, so much more. It's a book of magic spells, with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have it signed out is Borko. Yeah, isn't that the dog? Borko. That name sounds familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. Did I say book? Book. Book is very Canadian, isn't it? As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Just all pieces of chicken. I love Puff, dude. I love him. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was a secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he's already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Hey, bestie! Before you could tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launched into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be I think I might like Pop. Yay! I was hoping those two, would hit it off. I love Pop. Pop is my favorite character in this. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats, just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if he took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some, to show me what he meant. He said it was powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. It was so nice. I need a drink. Oh my god. That's a good drink. Delicious. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new recipes, new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it would be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me! No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. Let's make up a fake one. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about it was Eye of Newt? I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms fill the air. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, it's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back. Run to him. I'll let him control this. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's ever being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. Then he then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You're so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Bloom just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and they were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the... I forgot about that poster of the man on the left, probably the CEO. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van the Man-Man. It's Van Van. Are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over at Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Time to stop acting mature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds like a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping, and you guys distracted me with Discord. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules. I'm sure a good meal if it... I'm sure you wouldn't know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than culinary skills. It takes creativity and panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found your... My throat hurts. Just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't even been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you go digging any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls in right over Van Van's nasty meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. What do you think you're talking to? Who do you think you're talking to? I've never seen such language, not even from a stand mixer. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspiration to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. I'm a dog. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, let's review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
That's my favorite fowl, too. Just wanted to put that out there. What's your favorite fowl? People at home, do you like ducks, maybe? You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do.
Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the most important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Blue?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Not the dog biscuit. Let's do the pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered... Oh my god, we died again. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death. Fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Man, this is actually part of Ominous October. Just wanted to say that because there's ghosts in this game. And there's magic and monsters. So, God, I was joking. I was saying... Alright, I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, it'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man! You come to and find everyone staring at... Oh, God, he's mad at me.
That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever!
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. I don't know if I should eat anything else. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Demand they stop wasting. You're on! A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in! If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it!
I'm not a fool! You're the fool! Fool!
I love that line. I felt confident. Give me the Oscar. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Blue. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sports singer court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least
not until we turn on the timer!
Before Alright, and then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready.
That's what I'm talking about.
I stand corrected. The hard way. Ow. Alright, my laughing's hurting my back for some reason. Ow. It really hurts. Ow. Getting a Charlie horse. Ow. No. Ow. This hurts, dude. Ow. It hurts. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Ow. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope it's a message that lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. I'll defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. It always boils 100 seconds after you turn the heat on. What temperature? Let's go 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Did I do it? I think I did it in time. Ow. Okay, like it actually really, really hurts. Ow. Oh my god. Ow. Why is this game so violent? Ow. Oh. That's right, but how would you have gotten to this school without knowing that?
When it gets around my furry belly, let that be an enticing officer to motivate you.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs is... There's 11 herbs and spices. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right! You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed! Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. Where does it come from? A small town? That's right! This is your shot! You're going to miss it! You're not going to miss it! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Uh-oh. That's wrong.
Don't make me get the spray bottle.
Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. The corner of your eye. I believe in you, Blue. He's actually cheering for you, which would be awesome. Except knowing he's watching you totally makes you forget what you were doing. Now I think about Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravies would it take to fill a tradition? Oh. I saw a few of those answers. That was weird. What were you thinking? Get your mind on the academic competition. Grrr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right?
You know what? When you be focused on a challenge or failing?
Sorry, I forgot the question. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Whoa, whoa. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley's already begun plating her elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Blue does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Blue, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. What? Your hand gets stuck. It immediately crushed, and quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over.
It can't be! I was so close to finishing my dish!
Sweetheart, look at your hands. You simply cannot go on.
Aw, it's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, I wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Blue's injuries.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops at the locks as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Oh, that looks delicious. Is that frozen yogurt or just ice cream? It's white chocolate. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I want this so bad. I love white chocolate. I was going to ask Blue to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer on delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hands. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh, that looks so good. I'm drooling. Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese. Ew, cheese? I didn't know it was cheese. I don't know about that part. Croquet atop a slice of honeycomb. Ice cream 2 ways. Tender nougat and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity is not your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. Internalize the rare. Put yourself between. He places his sauce-covered finger onto his lips. She does that. Ashley leans over and whispers something to his ear. A dab of sauce. Internalize it. Internalize it. Your rage burns so intensely with your eyes that they burst into flames. I got hiccups. Great. Sorry about that. I know I can't mute that one. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for oh my god, they actually burned. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, but I was born that way. I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. What's an obstetrician? Okay, Google. What is an obstetrician?
According to Wikipedia, obstetrics is the field of study concentrated on pregnancy, childbirth, and the period.
My Google wasn't loud enough, but it's the study on like birth, basically. Yeah. I was passionate about, and like pregnancy and stuff. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Wait, that was the wrong voice. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Borko?
It is I know I said I wouldn't be back after the whole fight to the death thing, but maybe you don't really want to see me anymore. But I just want to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know Wayne said never to look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Ah. Thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark at night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I usually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a sports monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no, I was a golden retriever.
What?
But I was still a student until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a joke enchantment on me. I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you respect wherever you return it. You're a powerful chef, and I shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat themselves through sorcery and guile. If you're near me, don't fear, I'll be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Blue, together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, there's baby Colonel Sanders on the wall, and he has a little baby old man beard. What? That's weird. Stepping inside of I'm drooling for some reason. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. I mean, guess it's like that mashed potato bowl thing with like the corn and the popcorn chicken and gravy. I've seen it on the menu. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or crispy. Perhaps both. Now that you've got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? Let's reveal it. I feel like this is a good moment. You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Alright, we'll start with, the baby picture. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure it's supposed to be Colonel Sanders himself. Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded. Am I right? One of the framed photos shows an old man that looks a bit like Colonel Sanders, standing with a friend. They both hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear... Do they? They're not holding chicken at all. And appear to be choosing for them. You look closely and see that it's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. That's the original Colonel Sanders, isn't it? You take a closer look at a large urn sitting on the nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Oh? You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. "Are you thinking of heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death?" Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of Student is swept out with the breeze. Tap on an item. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Oh. I already clicked this one. Didn't I? This photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Dang. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Is this like a FNAF situation? Is he actually like a robot? Like a scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating on a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's tap. I don't want to look at those because I feel like he's going to get mad. This is where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. You turn to the dial to 111111. The safe opens. Inside you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Don't do that. That was an actual trend a few years ago. People making chicken sushi. People got sick. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket's a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. His scent. They say the home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You decide that now's your moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. I feel like... Oh, do we make a move? Or do we just tell the truth? Let's do it. Let's make a move. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Game over. Oh my god. Alright, we're not going to make a big move. We're just going to tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed. I knew this was going to happen. I should have said it. I should have said it. There's no way we could be together. Overwhelmed, you take off your jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Blue? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right, but we should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! And there's the same animation. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will tell. I think I did. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a sample breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting for you to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. I'll flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And, with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there. Wait, actually, hold on. Can I just save it? I don't think I can save it. Where are we? We're on the 9th bite. We're on the final. We're on this part right here, the 8th bite. Probably. I don't know. Okay, let's just continue. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it. I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the Sega of Mirrorland. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I can't believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some more one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, and I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house. You really say shush? But things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you say shush house? As if that's a thing people say? What is that even referring to? I imagine sushi? And I'm not even sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzer, Bowser. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. I am Pop. Because, you know, he's Pop.
Why, Swirly, it sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll give you one right away. I'll have...
my Swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school. And there's that horse there's that horse at Colonel Sanders' eyes at school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Blue, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go cooking like that. Might as well give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are getting close to boiling over. That naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Blue, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. Hold on, we gotta make sure I have space. I might be running out of space. Come on. Please load. Please load. 14 gigs, we good? What is he doing complimenting her? And what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear you were passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Blue. I am more than capable to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. So you inside, Blue. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in the magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I can use a spell right here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it'd probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like, anything else not rooted in dark magic? Like, maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you. It's a pretty good excuse to try it out. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to do it. I don't want to do it. The mashed potatoes warned me. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know there's something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him. Snacks can be rather unpredictable. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence, I told you to never come back here. Terrence, I will destroy you. Terrence.
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chum and tricks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
Apologies for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Blue, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see.
But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the other class. Oh? Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for later. But I miss you. We went on one date. And Pop, how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. I honestly thought it was sushi. I guess I'm the clown. Oh wait, no, wrong, let's play. I talk about clowns. I recorded Zelda, but just before this. And whoops. Alright. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me. I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves this creation behind and runs out of the room. Is that Booger? Booger with an... Are those peas and corn? Pop, my dude. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted by what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you'll get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay. I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit that carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up with Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank, or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you're pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of your final challenge. A test of will. A test of courage. A test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his evil counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Blue's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Blue, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just, taking it all in. Wait, what? Sorry, I got like a cut on my hand, and I was wondering where it went, because I suddenly couldn't see it. Just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. I feel like it's not going to hurt us. I feel like we should do it. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You know it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I'm yawning. Stop. No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day long. There's no time left. The final showdown's about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is except cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge of victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, registered fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious! Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam fiercely injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, Baster Blaster! That wasn't Baster, that was Baster. Baster Blaster. That was close. If there was a D on that, I would have avoided it. Van flexes his pectorals. Why did I do the girl voice? Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! What? Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray in lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clink gets on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? I love Clank's face. In the singularity, as was foretold, we mustn't let that happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out to the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she gonna use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil? No! Do it the hard way! Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Blue. Miriam notices too. I have always believed in you, Blue, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. No. It's a secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congels before your eyes.
Steve, the Spork Monster.
Steve, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spork Monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have called you Steve, and I hate the battle. So I think you're doing pretty average. I hate all of my overcooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids with your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
It's hard to do that without throwing up. Sorry if that's too much info. I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross magical eye rock today to summon me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. Oh, I want to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I did the Spork Pop back in the old country...
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long story. And you don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition.
I just kind of like that time in monster school when I fall asleep during skirt dances class and I woke up.
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up? No. Summon the extra power. This is anime, baby. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Blue, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know what? With this power, you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you are powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooks in the oven can't be served. And don't worry, Blue, dear Blue, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling in the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. With all you've managed to make is mac and cheese, the time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What rules? What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever... No way! Oh, show me these chicken tenders! And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have some surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. I got chicken tendies on the mind now. Chicken fingers, chickies. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
Time's up, students! When time expires, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems
we're missing some students. Pop, Clank?
From off-screen you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
Flying!
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, if you wouldn't mind.
Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who like to refuse?
I thought Wedgie was a stallion.
It looks like Pop is
eliminated from the challenge, seeing as he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say. It's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank! Where'd that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there is none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester, but 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, it's time to come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made... Oh my god. It's so tiny. Why? That's not gonna be appetizing. I mean, it might be appetizing, but it might not be. It's not gonna be very filling. It's not gonna be very like satisfying. Tender udon noodles and savory soup.
My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny weeny narutomaki? I spy afloat on this itsy bitsy ball.
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Oh my god. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of the pink dog tongue dip into the bowl.
Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal had been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A+. Really do I taste that this was as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Blue, for helping me believe in myself.
Van Ron, you're up. Now, describe your dish.
I made... Oh, yikes. Yikes. Uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hone urchin shell topped with caviar.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close enough on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Whoa, whoa!
Please be gentle with my cuisine. Brrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
No, my tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
I can't eat this. It keeps bleeding my tongue. Disqualified!
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would actually make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour?
This
isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. I'm a dog. I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps to calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Ooh, no thank you. Turkish delight tastes like perfume.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful, actually. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. Very fragile and meant to be on a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Blue? I told you, it's a display piece.
Actually, I must say it is beautiful, but this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize you were having an eating exam. Idiot. You're such an idiot, Ashley. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating School for the Hungry. Da-da-da. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. It might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms out to rededicate herself to being the best. But this time, without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. Is it gonna be DLC, baby? Oh! Maybe a sequel?
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders are the final cooks, and you step up together.
Two chefs.
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing?
I think I've messed up his voice for the last half of this, since I considered stopping.
and completely blew me away. In my 49 years of life, I have never tasted something so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, everyone passes the class.
Everyone? Wow. I mean, I'm happy for everyone, but we did the work.
You pass, you pass, you pass, you pass!
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment: to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Joe was in the house!
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghost without graduation. It's clearly written in the school bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing. And now everyone's together.
It's the Spork Monster, and he is totally mellowed out.
Everyone, Sport Monster, no more. From here on out, I prefer everyone for a new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up in talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late for the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing of the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such.
Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family? It's like a dream come true. Will you get to be a princess? Or maybe a queen? I'm not sure if he even knows. But either way, crowns and gowns, baby! I'm sorry, Pop. I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist! So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okie dokie.
The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clegg, who's arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension called Burger King. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Right? Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Wow, he does own normal clothes. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give him a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Oh, I could go for a chicken sandwich, dude. The end? Oh, this definitely... Dude, there's gonna be DLC for this. You're gonna see. You'll see. There's gonna be DLC. No! It's not my end! It's not the end! As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Blue, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tiny goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yeah, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it with you. Spend it together with you, Blue. How sweet. We'll get to work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stopped dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love? The life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Blue, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Really? That's it, everybody. That is it. Oh, wow. A PSYOP production. That's right. We played the I Love You, Colonel Sanders. We got the man. Yeah, we did. This was fun. I figured, yeah, let's just finish it all off at once. So I hope you guys didn't mind the time. It's just over an hour. I think like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this ridiculous journey. It was a blast. This was fun. I like doing visual novels. They're fun because you get to just mess around with voices and stuff like that. And I'm all for that. I am all for that. Good job, KFC. This was fun. And I hope you guys, yeah, you know what to do. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. See ya.